Going on, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday Night Live. I got some lights up, as you can see today. Everybody's been saying that I'm a little dark, so go ahead, hit me with it. Tell me how I look. Is it bright for y'all? Because it's bright at me. I know that. So see how many people. Make sure you can hear me good. I'll try to ask all that, at the beginning. So make sure my audio's good, the video quality's good. Just somebody help me out in the comments and let me know. So we got 4 people in here. Somebody give me a feedback. Let me know what's going on in here when we get started for this live. And Ernest, since we're at the beginning, you can go ahead and click on. Yeah, try to get in, Ernest. You should be able to get in. Hit that link, and then I should be able to accept you in. All good, not dark. Ernest, it ain't accept you in yet. The link wants an app. The link wants an app. It should just be able to click that link and then it should open on up. Let me see if I can send it again. I don't know where I go to do that, Brittany. Do I close out of the live? Start one over? Oh, CR Lon says you don't have the YouTube app, probably. Oh, man. I didn't know that, Ernest. Do you have the YouTube app, Ernest? See, I'm new at this, guys, of bringing people in and everything too. So I'm hoping he does, or maybe he can get it and then do it. Can he do that, Chase? Can he get the app real quick and then get in it? Let me work on it. Okay. Ernest is going to work on it and see what he can do on his end. Get your executive producer. Yeah, I'm working on that too, Jay. I'm working on getting one. What's up, Milton Lawn Care? How you doing, man? All is well, man. Uh, uh, Hernandez. I don't know, man. We're trying to work it out, man. We're trying to get the man, the myth, the legend on. He's working on it right now. Gonna try to get the app opened up. And then I sent him the link to the live, so hopefully he can get in here. Yeah, he can download it and then just log in. Surely it's that simple. Okay. Well, that'll work, Chase, if that's all it is. You're doing good, Milton. I'm glad you're here, man. Appreciate you coming to the live tonight, man. Our deal is we're going to try to get Ernest on, and he's going to give us some of that good old wisdom that he gives everybody in their comments, and everybody knows him through other lives. He's in my lives. He's on everybody's lives. Oh, bless me, guys. Sorry about that. I guess he's just watches on the website on his computer. So that's probably what it is, man. He probably just watches on the website on his computer. So yeah, all you gotta do, Ernest, if you're listening, go into your app store and download YouTube. Once you do that, then you can go back to the text I sent you, open up that file, and we should get you in here. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, this weather, man, all this pollen, and we ain't getting no rain, which I'm glad. We got some last Sunday, but I'd like to get some more rain if we could. What's up, Chad? Trying to get Ernest in here. I didn't know he didn't have the app, so Chase and me's been trying to help him out. He's gonna have to download the app on his phone, and then he can come in like we did. You like that, don't you, Chase? Yeah, I'm all set up, dude. I'm all set up. I look pretty professional up here. What's up? What's up, Ben? Yes, need rain, Chad. We do. We do need some rain, man. It's getting a little dry out here for us, but hey, man, people are still on the schedule, and the schedule keeps going. So we got some rain last Sunday. I'm fine with it if it rains every Sunday. Here I am yawning a little bit. I just ate. My belly's full. My wife wanted to feed me before this live started. So that's awesome. Guys, 16 people in here. Hit the like button for me, man. Come on. We got the myth, the man, the myth, the legend coming in here. So hopefully he can get on in here and we can get some of his knowledge and everything. So, did everybody have a good week this week? Did you pick up some news jars? Did you um go out into the community? There's people starting to realize your name. Yeah, he's got the crowd waiting right now, man. He didn't have the app. So if you're coming in here right now, Ernest didn't have the YouTube app, and I didn't know he didn't have it. I sent him the link. It should pop him right in. But me and Chase is thinking, all he's got to do is go get the app, upload YouTube to his phone, and then he can go back to the text where I sent him the link, and he should pop in here. And hopefully he'll come in here in a second, and I can accept him, and we can get him in here talking. So we're gonna run the live a little while tonight, guys. I don't know about like Jay's thinking 4 hours, but we're gonna run it a little while and have some fun with it and everything. So, Lee, you need a black straw hat. Oh man, I think Ernest is probably gonna. I'm sure he'll have his on tonight. He's a big old cowboy. So great week, a lot of accomplishments, a lot going on with business, life, channel, God working big time. Man, hey, yes, it is great. I think it's sponsored by Propel. Man, I love Propel. I drink a lot of it. But yeah, that's great news, Ben. I'm glad, man. That's what we want, man. We want to be one. We want to be better than we was last week, better than we was the week before. And we're growing. We're growing our business. We're growing our life. We're growing our spiritual. Religion, all that. Chase, yes, you are killing it right now. And if you surpass me, I'm probably quitting YouTube. Nah, I'm joking. I ain't gonna quit YouTube. I'm just messing with you. But dude, I'm proud of you, man. And that setup video, you must have hit it at the right time and all that. Cause dude, you have got like 14 or 15,000 views on that video. Holy smokes, man. Nothing but love, dude. CDL school done. Man, that's awesome, man. I want to get my CDLs too. I thought about it in the wintertime maybe because it's like a 6 week course, ain't it, Ben? I thought about going and getting mine. It's the Clemson flag and the green mower, baby. That's exactly what it is. I hear you. Yeah. That's what it is. Old Tiger fans, huh? So there you go. Oh, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the man? Here we go. There he is, guys. Welcome in, my man. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves his comments. The man, the myth, the legend, Ernest is in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. I'm sorry. I had to get my son-in-law to help me. Old
There
school.
you Hey, I'm glad you're in here, man. They're all waiting on you, man. They're all in here. Was wondering where's Ernest? Where's Ernest?
All right.
What's up, brother?
Well,
How you doing?
I'm here. I'm glad to see everybody, and I really appreciate everybody that does lawn care. I mean, you guys are the ones that are doing the work.
Might want to turn the volume down on that one.
Yeah, I'm turning it down.
There you go.
So yeah, y'all are the guys that are doing the work. So I'm here to contribute in helping you with your comments and encourage you. And sometimes I do may disagree and offer some other angle to view things. I also do other channels like retirement channels. I comment on uh, some homeless ones, just different kind of channels that I work with. So it's not just all lawn care, but I do view lawn care every day. It's my love.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I'm liking that cowboy hat you got there too. It's pretty
Uh,
nice, man. From one cowboy to another, man. I'm liking it.
all right, thank you. I got to use my glasses because can't see.
Well, that's good. But look, we want to talk to you and we want to know more about you and like your life and everything. You can just go through it briefly if you want to. Just give us some, details about you, where you come from, what you did for so many years, when you translated to lawn care and did it for a little while. Just talk a little bit about yourself, man, because everybody's wanting to know
Okay,
you.
all right, Lee. I started working at the age of 14. Back in at that time, you could work part time as a student, and my first job was a janitor at my high school. And then at 15, I worked the pallet yard and repairing pallets, and that was the closest to slavery I ever did, and that paid $2 an hour. And then at 16 to 17, I worked at an automotive electric place because I took auto shop in high school. And then at age 18, before I even graduated across the stage, I worked at Southwest Research Institute. And I worked there for 44 years. And it's a company that has over 3,000 employees. The revenue is like 900 million. So it's a big place. And I specifically worked in an automotive division there. I mean, they study from space to underwater, uh, everything scientifically. And during that 44 year career, I did 19 years into management of employees, and I did 20 years into fabrication with machining work, welding, and I would build test stands for our testing area. And then I retired at 62. I kind of got pushed out. You can say they wanted to make my schedule harder. That's young management.
Oh
And
God.
so I decided to leave at 62. And by accident, I got into lawn care because my mother and my stepdaughter, they wanted me to come cut their lawns since I was retired. And
Yeah.
so, man, that was like music to my ears because I love lawn care. So I did that. And then my wife, she told me about the Nextdoor app, but specifically about crime in the area. And so I looked it up, and then I saw people asking for lawn care work. And I said, well, I'm doing a couple of lawns. Let me try this. And and I got my first customer. And after I did his yard, he said, I want you to come back. And so that got me started. But here's the deal: is that I started to study lawn care on YouTube, like you guys. One of the first guys I saw was Shane, and and of course some bigger ones and then some smaller ones. But I studied it almost every day, and then I come to realize that I didn't know how to cut lawns. Uh, when I got educated with it by you guys, that's when I started to understand how to cut lawns. But I will tell you this, that was a big eye opener for me, is that I couldn't believe that the customers were paying me money to do something I love.
Hmm.
So the foundation of a lawn care business is the customer. If,
Oh, it
if,
is.
if they don't provide that job, you have no work. And so I always appreciate the customer, no matter if they're the low budget ones or the high budget ones. I always value them. Now, the ones to really complain about are the people in the neighborhoods that don't maintain their yards at all. Those are the ones that I was critical of, even so that I could use my city apps for making a complaint about the yard over 12 inches or so.
Hmm.
Also, you have your neighborhood associations, same thing, you could use them.
Hmm.
But if I did report somebody that didn't maintain their yard, I would never cut their yard if they were looking for a service.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where are
and
you from? You had somebody asking where are you from? What part of Texas?
San Antonio, Texas, and lawn care here can be year round because in the wintertime, they like a lot of cleanups for the holidays. And also, ryegrass grows in some of the yards. And so and actually, I found out working the fall, winter time was harder work than working the spring and summer.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, those leaves will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an eye opener, and is the value of the client. But then I also came to understand that you can really make more money doing lawn care than I did 44 years of working. I mean,
Wow.
my wage at the end of my career was $39 in that area, and I found out in lawn care you can make more than that. And so that told me that companies really limit your growth. We were getting
Hmm.
2 to 3% raises every year. Our money actually came through working overtime because then that paid like $60 an hour.
Yeah.
But that was a real eye opener that you could, if you're an entrepreneur, you can make more money doing this than working for somebody else.
Yeah. Ben asked, he said that guy from Texas too, Kevin, off the path with Kevin. He said Texas grass destroys blades. Got to change them every day. Is that true?
Wait, blade change the blades every day?
Every
No,
day.
no.
Some guys, man, on YouTube, man, they just throw stuff out there. I don't know why he sharpens his blades every week. And I'll tell you, Ernest, I don't know why he greases his spindles every week. He blows the bearings out of them. That's why he has so much spindle problems. I mean, he's got a big following. He's got over 15, 20,000 subscribers, but he's he's telling a lot of people a lot of wrong decisions and a lot of wrong tips that I think.
Yeah, I used to have spare blades, and I sharpened maybe once a month, and I
Okay.
just switched blades because I had them ready, and I would just switch them when I felt that. If you look to see if it's tearing the lawn, stretching it, then that tells you you need to change the blades.
Yeah, if it's not giving a clean cut and it's tearing it, that's putting stress on the grass. So you want it to have a smooth cut edge on that blade of grass. You're right.
Somebody here, CRL, he is asking if I used a push mower. Yes, I used a self propelled mower. Now, I knew I was only going to do this business for 3 years. Uh, and I was not going to, I could have bought a riding lawnmower, but I didn't see any point of that if I was only doing it a short time. And my son in law, he already had offered me a trailer that his customer gave him. He's in lawn care too, but in Bertie, Texas.
Okay.
And so I refused the trailer because actually one guy I saw local on YouTube here in San Antonio, he would use only his truck. Now, he did have a trailer, he did have employees, but he realized that if he stayed small with the truck and have ramps and do the small yards, he could get more volume of cuts doing small yards than the big yards. And that
Mhm.
eventually led me to not want to do too many corner houses because they were going to be the bigger lots, take more time.
Okay. Somebody asked about your how's your grass looking? Talking about your ryegrass. That's what
Okay,
Chad was wanting to know.
yeah, it's doing great. I really thought about this time of the year because in February we were like 19 degrees above average, so I thought it would burn out. But we've been getting rain recently too, and it's looking really good. And so, actually, when I cut customers' yards that have ryegrass, I was wondering if they planted the ryegrass or did the lawn care company they had plant it. So I never did know the answer, but it could be a way to provide another service if you offer that service of planting ryegrass for them. And perennial is the one I use. That way it'll grow back every year. And
Yeah.
and interesting is I didn't prepare my yard for it. I just spread it over my existing grass and bare spots I have. I didn't till up the yard. So what happened is that it took on very well, but some of those dry spots it didn't take on. So that lets me know next year if I was to do that again, if any bare spots, I need to prepare that
Yeah.
lawn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also,
See, go. Let me comment on Ben. Ben, I'm so glad we got Ernest here, and that's what I want my channel to be about: is this community and how we can see regulations from people like you and Ernest and Jay Myers and everybody that's in my comments. It's the same as in a lot of people's comments. You know that y'all are all going around all these YouTube channels or whatever. Well, let's give y'all some recognition, or let's support y'all a little bit, and maybe next time or a time before, or down the road, I can have somebody like Ben on or Jay Myers on, and let them give their stories of that, because y'all don't do a YouTube channel, but you still need to get recognized in the community for being a supporter to us content creators. So
and that's rightly because each individual has gems of knowledge to share.
yeah,
It'd be nice if we could have all that within ourselves, but we don't. So people sharing their thoughts. I would love to see everyone on these channels. I mean, on this community, be on your guest, the Johnny
yeah.
Carson show.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna do it every Sunday until I don't know more and people stop watching it. So yeah, I'll probably be inviting everybody, because I'll get bored of, or I can't think of everything every week. So why not bring a guest on and help that out a little bit and let him tell his story and what he has done. So, and thanks Tom, thanks Lawn Maintenance, for popping in here and being here with us. You got Ernest over here. You probably know him from your comments or all the other commenters. So thank you so much for coming out here and being out here with us, man, on this Sunday evening live.
Yeah. So I did want. Well, let me see if there's any questions here. Okay, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about uh, in first. It's kind of like when you go to a lawn and you look at it and you envision how it should look like, and then you start the process of cutting. And so, as you're building your business, you want to get to the point that it's not just providing you it's going to provide you a life, and
Yeah.
particularly retirement.
You
And
might have to move your phone a
uh,
little bit too. I think you're breaking up. He's breaking up on my end. I don't know if he's breaking in on y'all's end. Y'all can let us know, but it was kind of just a little bit getting a little bit. Let's try it now. You can talk about it. Just start over again for what you were talking about because it started breaking up when you started mentioning that.
okay, I was talking about looking at the end first in your life. Kind of like when you go to a yard, you envision how the yard should look like when you're finished, and then you begin your process of doing it that way. Well, in lawn care, you just don't want to provide yourself with just a job. You want to provide yourself with a life that leads to a comfortable retirement. And I don't think the lawn care community talks too much about retirement, but that's where you're headed. And you need to plan this out early because in retirement, you want to have multiple sources of income. Now, you've been paying your FICA taxes, and that's going to give you Social Security. So that's one source of income. But you need to have investments, savings, retirement account, multiple ways to have money when you retire. Now, some of you may choose not to retire, but also what could happen is that your body's going to retire you before your mind.
Yeah,
And just to give an illustration, I had planned to work 3 years, but I only made it 2 years. And that was because I started to get this numbness in my legs, and I was feeling it cutting lawns at times. But one day, visiting my daughter's area, I fell in her yard, and I couldn't understand why I was on the ground because I didn't trip over anything. But I noticed I had felt that numbness. So that led me to decide to give up lawn care last February was the last time I did cutting. I didn't feel that I wanted to be a liability to my clients to fall on their yard. So I didn't make it that exact 3 years in working lawn care. But another issue that happened, and again, this goes with retirement and not only have those sources of income, you're going to have to plan out for insurance. And in my case, April 1st, I found out that I have prostate cancer, and it's an aggressive type. But the good news is that they have ways to stop that process of it growing. So it's just a matter of going through radiation therapy and hormone treatment. It will change the quality of my life. And but I got to thinking, if I didn't have the insurances I have, uh, this could wipe you out. Things
yeah,
like this,
yeah,
and never just never know what's happening in your body because I've been an athlete for years and I go to gym, exercise, walk, and you just don't know what's happening inside of you. Let's see what else we got. Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
That
Somebody's
they're loving the mustache. They want me to grow mine just like yours. I don't think I can. I have a hard time growing a lot of facial hair anyway. So to get that stash you got, I might just have to take me one on and show it to everybody. Just go that route.
now in some of the videos I've seen recently. Some talk about how they feel that they're disrespected as a lawn care provider, and and I think one thing that we have to do is put on that professional behavior, the look. For instance, I noticed you got your employees with uniforms. Well,
Yeah.
you need to look professional, and if you want to be taken seriously,
Hmm.
and also uniforms kind of give that team atmosphere. These persons are not individuals on their own, but they are representing your emblem, that your company.
Yeah.
So that kind of sets them better professionally. And speaking about employees, when you look at employees, you got to ask yourself, what are you offering them? Because employees, they want to win in life, just like you. And so, just like if you were doing a job
Hey,
application, it would say
start it on the
job,
internet because he's lagging on
and
mine.
it would also say what you offer as a company. So, what do you offer? What are you offering the employee? You have to ask yourself, is it work with pay? Is it any overtime pay? Uniforms like you're doing? You're providing lunch and drinks. Are you providing year-round work? And are you doing on-the-job training? Because actually, you need to be a mentor with your
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old system back in the old days, it used to be authoritarian. Like I'm the boss, you're the worker. I'm
Yeah.
hiring you for your back, and that's it. That doesn't work today. You
They
you
don't.
need to yeah, you need to show the employee that you care about them, that they're more than just a number. And for instance, if your employee did a good job today, instead of saying in general, hey, you did this good, you could say specifically what they did good and why it matters. Because what you want to do is capture the heart of the individual. And when you can do that, they'll be motivated to continue to work for you. I
Well,
kind of
yeah.
view it like if I'm sure some of you guys have been involved in volunteer work. And if you ever went to a volunteer place, you're not getting paid, of course. You're taking your time and effort to go there. And if it's ever been disorganized where you wound up standing around just wasting your time, that's not going to bring you back the next day. So you have to be organized and pay for people is a motivator, but it's a temporary motivator. They have to have this purpose of why they're there. So it's very important to explain to people or get across to them the why of things. That's why it'll matter to them. Let's
Hey,
see any questions.
hey,
Uh-huh.
you got a vicious dog guard dog there, don't you?
Well, what happened is that my daughter, when they moved in, she brought her dog and two cats, and my schnauzer doesn't like it, and that's what she's fighting.
Yeah, yeah, you got a vicious little dog there. I can see that, or I can hear. I ain't saw it yet, but I can hear it. But yeah, people's telling us that, you know, uh, Chase said the fire service, we lead from the top. That's the only way it works. So they lead from the top down. And then Ray said it's critical to have same guys from year to year to make the most. And then my wife added in there, you don't have to do anything in the winter if you're like us, commercial and everything, but still give your employees a salary so they'll be there when the work starts next time, because if you have good employees and everything, you want to keep them on staff because that's the number one thing that everybody can't find employees. So you want to keep your guys, give them a little salary. You're making money through the winter anyways.
Right. Um, here's another thing about employees. What it's going to bring you. You want to have teamwork, and if you could develop a team that it'll provide you leverage. For instance, if you got two employees and they're very skilled and competent with each other, they get along and they can do their work, it'll actually bring you three men's effort. That's what it'll grow to. And they'll be kind of like in the flow of things and build momentum. and they're going to put out more work. But to establish a team, you have to work at it, and it involves two major things: is relationships. You have to, just like you have relationships with your customers, you got to have a relationship with your employees,
Yeah.
and you're gonna develop trust in them, as in honesty, but also in competence, that you trust them that they can do their job. And um, and then you also have to have some type of autonomy. In other words, that's self-governed. Uh, you After you continue training with them, you're mentoring them, you're having these relationships with them, building them up, motivating them. You're going to have to let them go a little bit. You're going to have to
Yeah.
trust them that they can do their job.
Yeah.
And just like you're doing with your two employees, you let them go. You're having them have some self autonomy. You're not there holding their hand the whole day. Uh, you got to reach that point.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is awesome with your employees.
Yeah.
Does that guarantee that they'll be there all the time? No, anybody can walk out anytime. Uh,
Exactly.
but they're going to remember you as how you mentored them. And even if
Mhm.
they left, they could come back and realize what appreciative way that you treated them, and
Well, I'll be
they'll learn
honest with
from
you.
that.
I'll be honest with you, Ernest. That did happen. Roberto was with me 1 year. He left. He went and did concrete work. It didn't work out. And then I already had another guy working with me. And then he went and worked with one of the guys I know in Summerton doing lawn care. And that guy was just straight up just mean to his employees, mean to his guys. And then my guy that I had went back to Mexico. And then Roberto called me and asked me if he can come back and work with me. And I said, yeah, well, that guy wouldn't work him none in the winter. And I said, yeah, come on back with me. I'll work you a little bit this winter. And then you can start with me next year. And I called that guy and told him. He got all mad, but he told me every day when I gave him Roberto was not a good worker. I don't get it. So, but Roberto saw the grass wasn't as green on the other side, and he came back, and he's been with me ever
Yeah,
since. So,
uh, and he's loyal to you.
yeah. Well, my other guy, Easy, it was his name. That was before YouTube started. When he left to go back to Mexico, he hugged every one of my family members and cried and said, I hopefully I'll see y'all again, but probably won't. I'm retiring and going to Mexico." So, and it
Well,
was a crazy moment, man. It teared all of us up in the family. So it was pretty awesome.
yeah, and see those relationships, they're kind of like what Ben talks about. He had with his i- uh, members in the military.
Yeah,
You have each other's back, you care about each other, you develop that brotherhood. So those relationships need to be there in
yeah,
developing the team. And also, another thing to consider is, as you train your employees, you want to train them in all the equipment. It's not going to happen all in 1 year.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if you had a guy working a weed eater all day long, every day, do you think, how long do you think he can last doing that? He's going to have chances to work other equipment.
yeah.
Sometimes it gives rest doing that, and
You got
it
people saying
takes away.
hello. You got people saying hello to you in the chat. We need to conversate with them a little bit. But Randall's in here. He wanted to say hey to you. Doc's in here. Jess is in here. Ray's in here. So showing love to everybody that's in here, guys. We're just trying to tell y'all all about life. And hey, who's the number one person to ask that about life and everything? That's the man right beside me, Ernest. So yeah, you can tell him hey and all that you want to, Ernest. So
Man, you guys, I love you guys. Y'all are amazing. I watch your channels all the time. Uh, Learn from you, uh, and I don't think you could ever stop learning. Situations are coming up all the time. How do I address this, and so on. And again, each person out there, y'all providing gems to the people that are looking to start a business in lawn care. So we don't want to be too critical of these content creators, but learn from it. And like somebody was complaining on Ray's channel, and him talking too much, but they're missing out on what he's teaching. He's
That's what.
showing
You're
he's
right.
showing his approach to the job.
Hmm.
On what are the obstacles and what's his thinking, how he's going to approach it. When I was doing my own lawn for decades, um, I always pulled out the lawnmower first because that's all I knew. But when I got into lawn care, I would go to a yard, and the condition of the yard dictated to me what piece of equipment I was going to pull out of the truck first. And so, again, you guys are all artists in your work. That's the way you should perceive yourself. So, as you pull out the tool to start that approach in your vision of what it's going to look like, uh, that's how you approach. That's the professional way to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, just consider when you hire a mechanic or a plumber or so on, what's happening at the time is going to determine what tools they bring out first. So we in lawn care need to do the same thing, not just pull out the lawnmower. Now
Chad's
the
got a lot of
exception
jokes
is
on him. I said Chad's got a lot of jokes on here or whatever. But I get it, Chad. I get it. I get where you're at. He
be the
said
Mario.
you could be Mario and I can be Luigi. You gotta have that one that'll try to just poke at you a little bit, Ernest. That's just it makes life go so much better. You always got that one guy.
I don't get hurt with.
Hey, Ray wanted to know, and he didn't watch the first part of the live, but he wanted to know what got you into watching YouTube lawn channels. What got you into that?
Okay, Ray, when I retired at 62 after working 44 years, I got into lawn care by accident. My mother and my stepdaughter asked me to cut their lawns. But I got into the Nextdoor app for not lawn care, but I did see lawn care uh, people wanting that service. So I always loved lawn care. Um, so I decided, hey, let me see if I could do this. Let me uh, respond to somebody. And this one gentleman, he hired me. It was a corner lot, and I did it really, really good. And then he says, "I want you to come back." In fact, I had customers that had their own lawnmowers, and they would rather me have do their lawn. One gentleman told me that his wife said that she don't want anybody else cutting their lawn except me.
Yeah,
So that kind of tells you you're doing things right. But
yeah,
Ray, to answer your question, is I started to study lawn care in YouTube because of that. I was getting into lawn care, and I came to understand I really didn't know how to cut lawns. Cutting my own lawn was one thing, but when I went to houses that looked different, and I said, "Oh my God, how did I do this?" You know.
yeah.
So one of my best ways that I do lawns, and it's not the most efficient, it wouldn't go with Ray, is that I attack the blade edging on the sidewalks and driveways. Then I use the weed eater and I do the perimeters and the fences. So I'm making all my mess. And then I come with the blower and I blow everything into the yard. Then my last tool is pulling out the lawnmower versus when I did my own lawn, that was my first tool, but I was uneducated. So I pulled out the lawnmower and either mulch or bag the uh, lawn, and then I would finish with the blower again. So the house was aesthetically clean, and it was done with quality work. And homeowners, when you do that, they feel proud about the home again, and then neighbors see that too. One thing too, my technique was I did the front lawn first. I completely finished it. There were two reasons for that.
Yeah.
One is that I then needed to move all my equipment to the backyard because if I left any equipment on the truck, it could get stolen. So I
Yeah.
would move my equipment to the backyard. Also, my quality work was already advertising for me. I would get customers through neighbors that saw my work and then they'd come say, "Can you do my yard?" So then that made route density by doing that. And also make the homeowner feel confident, especially if they were a new one, that they
Hmm.
saw my work first in the front yard and they were sold after that, then I would definitely would get invited back. And that's
Yeah.
where I saw lawn care as a repeatable business, but also it opened up doors to different work. Light tree trimming, shrubs like y'all do, uh, sod, whatever. But I stayed away from sod and landscaping because I came to realize that it was going to involve a trailer and usually two hands, two men working. And
Yeah.
then you had to go get the materials. So I didn't want that. And that's another thing I discovered is that you have to know what type of model business you want to offer. Mine was part time. I mean, I was getting work where I said, man, this is like a full time job. So I stopped trying to get customers. I wanted to stay part time and also uh, I wanted to focus on smaller yards, usually 8,000 square feet versus the bigger yards. And uh, and that was my type of model. The other thing that I did is that I didn't. I kind of ran it like on call. Kind of thought of myself as a fireman. They would call or text me, and they would say, "Hey, can you put me on your schedule this week?" And
Yeah.
so that's the way I
You're breaking up a little bit more. You might have to move your camera around again or something, your phone or something, because it's cutting out a little bit. But look, somebody wanted, I think Ben, if I remember right, Ben wanted to know about your garden. Now, that is pretty cool to talk about. And he said you should start a YouTube video about gardening. My wife loves gardening. So tell us a little bit about your garden and stuff since Ben, you told him.
okay. Well, actually, I got into gardening through my work. They had a garden club, and so we could rent plots, and we had free water. So that's what got me into gardening. And again, that was studying something that I was not familiar with. And so a gardener, he actually grows soil, not plants. The plants will come if you can grow soil. And so I got into that 2 years before I retired. And I could still, my company gives you a lifetime ID in that you can go to the campus anytime. It's secured campus, but you can go anytime and you can be in the garden club there. They have a gym, they have multiple things.
See you later,
And
Doc. Doc said he's got to run, Ernest. He said him and Sarah
okay,
said hello and he's got to go.
bye, Doc. Appreciate you. You too, Sarah.
What do you like first? Somebody's asked weed eat or mow first.
I do blade edging, weed eating, blow, and then I do the lawn cut, and then I finish off with blowing again. So my day is actually more time consuming,
Hmm.
but it is very clean and quality work.
My wife said you and her would get along great. That's why she don't work anymore because she'd take too long in the yard, and her attention. I mean, she's OCD really bad. So if we're doing a $60 yard or a $50 yard, we might as well charge 200 because we spent triple the time in that yard. And she got us a lot of customers that way, but they weren't too happy when she left. The quality of work kind of went down a little bit, and we still made everything look good, but it just wasn't as good as she made it. And I was like, we can't do that, Brittany. We're going to go broke.
Yeah, and that's the difference in running full time lawn care. It's more volume,
Yeah,
and if you have two or more people, you have to start the lawnmower out there in the beginning too. And one thing I appreciate from Chad's videos that I learned from him is that he liked to do the lawnmower first
he does.
because it gave him it gave him a height to where he then weeded it and blended in his weeding to the cut grass. So so at sometimes again it's what the yard dictates. Sometimes I would start with the lawnmower first if I had a good conditioned lawn, and that way I can match the
Yeah,
weed eating cut lawn.
yeah. Chad said, "Yeah, buddy Lee, you were the charity man in those early days, Lee." Yeah, pretty much. We did a lot of charity back then of far as free labor goes. But we got a lot of doctors and a lot of jobs, but mainly because yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, so you see Randall over there at his neighborhood. Man, that's beautiful. That's like living in paradise.
He needs to
And
do more
Doc's,
videos. Why we got him on here, Ernest? Tell him he needs more videos. Where's his videos at? Tell him to put them out. We've been waiting on them.
I'm sure he needed a rest,
Yeah,
but he's too valuable to not be on YouTube. And
I know.
I mean, I was impressed with his way of cutting, his
Yeah.
edging. And I always try to recommend that to someone, and I'll recommend his video to watch. But if you can edge like that anywhere, oh, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah. What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? Glad you made it on the live, man. Appreciate you being in here.
Let me talk a little bit more about employees.
Okay, go ahead. The floor
When you
is
get
yours.
when you get an employee, you have to understand uh, in psychology that they're going to live their life according to their ideas. And whatever their idea is about things, whether it's a true idea or it's a false idea. For instance, you might pick up something from uh, your grandparents or something, and they said this to you, and you bought into that idea. But if you were to research it later in life, you may find out, that was never true. And but you lived your life according to that idea. Your decisions and behavior will conform to those ideas. So when I would get an employee, of course, my company would hire them, but I would start probing their mind. I wanted to know their position on things. And for instance, in lawn care, you could ask an employee that's starting to work for you, have you ever been in a sports team or Boy Scouts or anything? And what you want to determine is that had they ever worked with a team atmosphere? And so that kind of gives you a little idea that they understand not to be just an individual, but a part of a team. So you can ask questions like that. Some good questions to ask employees too, beginning ones or skilled ones, is what is what is their area of expertise? And this is something that they're good at, something that they actually love, because they wouldn't be an expert without spending a lot of time on it. And so for some new employees, that might be shocking to them. Well, they might question themselves, what am I an expert at? I'm not an expert at anything. Uh, Maybe I should be. And see, so you're setting them in motion that they need to look at themselves and what can they be good at. So that's one question. Another question you could ask them is, what value do they bring to the market of lawn care? So that's asking them, well, how much do you think you're worth? What is your value? What do you bring? And so that's another deep question they have to figure out the answer within themselves. As some of you guys had build up your business, you come to realize that you are more value now than when you started. So you can command more pay. And so you find those clients that can bring that pay to you. And that's why I say that the clients are always the foundation. They should all be appreciated, because the lower paying clients, they provide for teenagers starting this business, or the entry level lawn care service, uh, and you get to train on their lawn. That's what I used to tell myself. Hey, I'm training on this person's lawn and they're paying me to do this. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
it. And
Ernest,
so
Ben said, my wife came home and heard your voice on the TV. Heather says hi.
hi, ladies. Oh, that's a good thing to bring out. All our wives are a big contributor to us. They're the compliments, and they also set us straight too. And so sometimes we need that different view about things, but we couldn't be successful without them. So
Yeah.
it's again going back to that team effort, the relationship, the leverage that you build. And
Mhm.
so, yes, they're so valuable. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah. Yeah. And then let's see. We had some Randall needs to definitely do videos, and but he said there ain't enough time in the day, but there's still only like 24 hours in a day, right? So thought that was funny when somebody said that, or he said that to himself. I think him and Tom was talking. Um but yeah, yeah, our wives are so much involved in our business, man. So you're so right about that. They mine, I'll tell you for one, she tends to the house, the kids, she pays our bills, she does invoices for a lot of our commercials. So, I mean, she is just a part of this business as I am, so very glad to have her. Rosetta Stewart is in here. That is one of my customers. So glad that I have somebody in here that I actually cut for. She's great. She's a great customer, and she wanted to know where are you from in Texas. She came in here a little later too, I guess, from the beginning. So
San
what?
Antonio, Texas. It's kind of central San Antonio. I mean, central Texas. The good thing about San Antonio is that it has multiple markets. For instance, we have several military bases. We're high in tourism. We're high in scientific research. Uh, and one of the places I worked was Southwest Research Institute. Also, were big in medical hospitals. And so if one part of the economy, like when COVID hit, it brought down tourism, but the other parts kept working.
Yeah.
So San Antonio is a very good place to work.
Yeah. She said her family is in Houston, is where she said her family's at.
Those are the crazy drivers in Texas.
Calling them out. Ernest is calling them out already.
Man,
We
I
got
tell you
crazy
what,
drivers too. Hey, Ernest, we got crazy drivers too. They live down in Auburn and they come up here and they don't know how to drive either. It's some Auburn fans. That's a dig at Chad, by the way.
no, if you ever go to Houston, you better have your car in top shape because those people come into the highway ramp at 90 miles an hour and get out of the way. You know what's interesting about Texas is that Texas is a gun state. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
people carry weapons,
Oh
and
yeah, I bet.
when they went to open carry, I thought that it was going to go back to the old west. But I was surprised to see that I rarely ever saw anybody displaying their weapons, but I know they got them. They're all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, are
So
y'all
you
getting
got
a
to
lot of
come.
rain? Are y'all getting a lot of rain over
You
there
know,
in
we
Texas?
just right now this week and last week, and that's why I planted some Tahoma 31 in the front yard uh, because I knew it was going to get rain. So I'm kind of blending my St. Augustine grass with the ryegrass and now Tahoma 31. And that product is from Oklahoma uh, University, I think. So they developed it and it's used on golf courses and playing fields. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful grass.
You born and raised in Texas? Chase from CR Lines wanted to know.
Yeah, Chase, I was born in 1961 here in San Antonio. My parents are also American born. They weren't, they didn't come as immigrants. Um, my family history has a Stewart in my great great grandfather was Stewart, and they actually came from Tennessee. So the Stewart family, which was a couple of brothers, they moved to Texas, and one of them started a merchant place, and it was called Stewart's Rancho. And he helped develop one of the counties here in Texas called LaSalle County. And these were still back in the Indian days and the little wars that were going on. And as I mentioned to you, Lee, that uh, before General Lee became a general, he had a post here in Texas, and he
I
would
remember
come to
that.
San Antonio, and he would come to this man's name was Tuhig, John Tuhig, and he was a merchant also, but he would stay here by the San Antonio River and spend a night at his house. So San Antonio has the Robert E. Lee School. It has the Robert E. Lee Hotel from ancient days, and so on.
Yeah.
Back to the story. In the 1960s, I started cutting lawn with my grandfather's real mower, and that was the old push real mower.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I could do that. I said, forget this business. I need some power. So So when my mom bought a house when I was 10 years old, she got me a lawnmower so I could cut her lawn. But it had power. I wasn't going to do that real stuff.
I get it. I
And
get
so
it. That's too tough.
I would go cut yards for $2. And that brings up another story that I had mentioned is that when I started my full time 44 career job in 1979, I was making 350 an hour. That was
Wow.
$28 a day, and
Wow.
the minimum wage was 290 at that time. So it was above minimum wage. Uh, and I also looked with that group chat, the one that you call it. What's his name? Ben mentioned on his
Uh
video
huh.
today. He uses that
Yeah.
group. I typed in lawn care in 1979, and the the average yard that they were paying at that time was from $5 to $15. So if you just took the average, let's say $10 a yard, and if you would do 6 yards a day at $60, you still made more than me at that $28 an hour. I mean, a day,
A day. Yeah. That's
a whole
crazy.
day. It is. And inflation in the 1970s was very high. It was 11.3. Um, we had the gas crisis way back then. My rent for an apartment at 18 years old was $240. My take home pay was $220. So I
Wow.
had $20 to eat until my next payday. Then I could buy something. And I also went to work my first 2 years riding a 10 speed. So I couldn't afford a car yet. And,
Yeah.
uh, and, and I had mentioned to you earlier, the money in my work was really through overtime. And so I worked 6 day weeks. I worked some night shifts that paid you more.
Yeah.
And so that's uh, that's how I started progressing up.
Mhm. Yeah, I get it. Somebody said that you were in the '60s. Y'all had dinosaurs for mowers, right?
Yeah, and the zero turns they came in the 1970s, and I think Toro was one of the ones there. Now John Deere, your buddy, existed in the tractor form back then, but
Yeah.
the more modern zero turns were starting to come about.
Yeah. 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 Tank must have started early because I was born in '85 and Chad was born in '85, and Tank lawn care or lawn maintenance has a child about to graduate college. So they were really young. Oh, he said I was 20 when my oldest was born. You're right, Chad. So he was 20.
You know, that's a
Last
good
name is
point to
us.
bring out. I like that point in that sometimes a customer could be critical, condescending toward us. I had to just have a conversation with them, and you know, you could tell them, "Hey, I have a 4 year degree, and I'm
Mhm.
doing this, and I'm skilled at doing such and such and such." When they hear that, because they're in their mind they already stereotyped you as uneducated.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
then, then you reveal to them that you're way more than that, and that'll change their perspective. I only have a 2 year degree.
Mhm.
A lot of my studying and management and so on came from my own studying, and back
Yeah.
then you had to go to the library to get books or you had to buy books, or I also went to seminars too. But education back there was harder to get to than it is these days. So any one of you guys can educate yourself very easy today, and embrace it, because see, you can be a good worker in lawn care. But when you transition to the business part of it as an entrepreneur,
Hmm.
you must be more than a good worker. You have to be a leader. And so to be a leader, you need to study the education, because you're going to be wearing multiple hats.
Hey,
You're going
Chris,
to
did you mention
not.
that? Will you go grab mine? One of them so I can show it to a live. Go ahead.
So you'll be wearing multiple hats, and you're going to be an accountant, you're going to be the marketer, you're going to be all these things, and you got to get the education for it. And so that's, again, it's not about providing yourself just a job, but you're
Yeah.
providing a lifetime leading to a comfortable retirement.
Yeah.
It's,
I got you.
what does chat say, Ben? You think Ernest would tell someone to what? What does that mean?
STFU. Shut
No.
the blank up. He did it in a nice way. We can't just say it out loud on YouTube.
No. You know, one thing I learned one time, I used to be like Archie Bunker. I used to say whatever wanted to come out of my mouth. And because I was programming myself with Archie Bunker shows. Uh, and I heard this man talk about how we don't have the right to say what we want, but he said we have the obligation to say what is right.
Yeah.
And man, that right there changed my whole perspective of what I say that comes out of my mouth. I really should say things that are right and upbuilding toward people and not just whatever I wanted that would tear them down if that
Tank's
wasn't
lawn
good.
maintenance said he told a customer that one time. It didn't go too well. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. I bet it didn't.
You got to love people. When you look at people and learn about them, learn their history and so on, you'll find a lot of amazing things about them. Maybe even some obstacles in life they had to come over,
Yeah.
overcome. And so you learn to appreciate them. And and
Hey,
that
bring
brings
it
up
in here real
something
quick.
and that brings up something else. In this year, it's very difficult for people. They're being pressured
No,
financially, all kinds of ways.
green hat.
And so uh, I like the way Ben had said in
Taking
another
call for
video, show people some grace.
Yeah.
And he had a shirt today talking about you know be kind or be nice. And
Hmm.
so that's what we need to do with people. You don't understand what they're going through, and
Yeah.
your employees too. When your employees come to work, they got issues that are going on in their life. And so the worst thing you want to do is make an environment for them that
Yeah.
makes their life even more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Chad's asked this a couple times I've saw in the comments. Do you treat and fertilize your yard, Ernest?
yes, I don't do well. I do that old fashioned granule weed and feed, or I do the spray uh, fertilizing. But and that's a good point, chat, because most homeowners, they know how to work everything dead in their house. They know how to work the TV, computer, and so on. But when it comes to living things, they don't know how to interact with the living things outside their house. And they don't realize that those things need nutrients, they need water, and they'll just let the yard die out.
Yeah.
So, again, part of educating people when you cut their lawn, because I even had people ask me, "Hey, can you cut it 2 inches?" And this was the dead of July and August and summer, and I
Hmm.
said, "I can't do that." I said, "You need to understand that this is about getting your lawn to survive the most heated part of the year, and it needs to be cut at 3 inches or higher." And you got to have the responsibility to water your lawn to keep that living thing alive. So
Yeah.
there is an education that you need to get across to your clients.
Yeah. But look, since we got people in here, and I told everybody I was going to do a giveaway. Now, I kind of forgot, been listening to Ernest and just memorized about all the knowledge he has and everything. But, guys, the 19 people that are in here now, we're going to do a comment your name, not your handle, put your name in the comments of everybody that's in here right now, and I'm going to do a giveaway and give somebody a free hat. Irvin Lawn Service. It's not a leather patch hat, but it's the hats that we get our logo stitched on. Green, pretty cool hat. I like it a lot. My guys wear it to work and stuff. This is the original style hat that I've had ever since I started my business, and I got some more made this year. So comment your name, and then we'll do a random generator like we always do, and give this bad boy away to somebody. So
That's a beautiful hat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love the color of it. That neon green's always been my color, and so yeah, I thought, heck, tonight I'll just give away a hat. What little bit I
Yeah,
can give. YouTube don't pay me a dime, Ernest. So I'm nowhere near the
Randall.
1,000.
Yeah, Randall says that his customers that don't pay, he lets his dogs fertilize the yard.
Yeah, he's got a big old dog too now. He's got a pretty dog too, like me.
Yeah, you gotta be able to joke about things. You can't be too serious in your life. Get your
Yeah,
ego hurt. Uh, like when people joke about me, I'll join in and help them joke. I
yeah.
got so many stories that I can make you laugh. I used to make my daughter cry all the time because
Some people are putting their name in
of
there twice, Brittany. You're gonna have to
what
watch
you.
out for it.
I mean, they really won't win that hat.
They want to win that hat. They want that hat.
How about you wear a cowboy hat?
Now
Cowboy
Jesse's
hat.
there.
Show mine.
Jesse's from Texas too. I think
Yeah.
they're in
What
Dallas.
part of Texas is he from? Jesse, what part of Texas are you from? You might be in his neighborhood. Chad should be disqualified. He's been wanting a hat so bad. I ain't got him one yet. Oh. Chad said he liked the one that CR Lawn's got or whatever. He likes that style more than the flat bill style that I wear, other than the cowboy hat. But was Mario Mexican or Italian, Buddy Lee? I think Mario was Italian.
Growing up here in San Antonio, both my parents spoke Spanish, but they wouldn't teach us, their children, us, Spanish because of prejudice back then. And but my wife, you see my wife, she's half white and half Mexican. She speaks Spanish, and so
He
when we go
said,
somewhere,
he
and
said you're
people
the
try to talk,
Mexican version. Go ahead, finish your thing.
so we go somewhere and people try to talk Spanish to me, and my wife answers them in Spanish. They're like dumbfounded.
Look, somebody said Lee tell Chad you'll swap him for a Capote hat. No, no, I read that wrong, but yeah, I had Kubotas, and I didn't like Kubotas, man. They didn't serve me well. They were too heavy of mowers and everything. But I kind of read it wrong. But I was gonna say he's getting a Chinese skid steer hat, is what Chad's getting.
Hi Brian. Brian came into the group. Uh, that's
Oh
another
yeah, he
amazing
said he's
guy.
gonna stop in here. Yeah,
Yeah. So he's an older gentleman like Jay too that is doing lawn care,
yeah,
and man, you got to be impressed with these guys. Uh,
yeah.
and there's another thing. Like, let's just say y'all do retire sometime, you can do a different model of your business. You could say, Hey, I just want to do front yards
How many names you got,
and
Ruby?
do
All right,
front
look,
yard.
she only has 12 names right now. There's 20 people in here. Put your names down again and let her check them, y'all. If you want to try to win a hat, make sure you got your name down in for the drawing. So we don't want nobody to miss out. There's 20, 21 people in here, and she only has 12 of y'all. So come on. We got Wayne, Ben, Chase, Jillian, Chillian, Roseanne, Matt, Jay, James, uh, Jesse, Randall, Chad, Brian. Chad said 5 times. His is in there 5 times. Ben, I'll probably just send him one anyways, for being in the live and but I don't know. He like sorry, y'all. Ernest, we'll put him in. We'll put him in right now. We'll put Ernest in for a chance to win. And if he don't, Willie Nelson, I don't think he's in here.
Willie's still kicking.
He is still kicking though, man. I heard he's still playing shows.
Yeah, yeah. Up there in Lukenbach, not too far from us.
1 minute left.
We have
1 minute left to add your name. My wife, she's gonna get y'all guys. Hey, don't make me send y'all to HR. You hear me? Get them names in there and try to win this hat. I'm sending Chad one of mine to replace those X mark hats he's got. You sure you want one of them X mark hats? I know they lurk my channel just to get something free or whatever. That's fine, man. Yeah, it might be my couple haters that live around me. They're like, I don't want a hat. I was $50 what I wanted.
Jesse had said his dad is from San Antonio.
Okay. Tank said if he don't win a hat, it's rigged. Laugh out loud. Should get skagged this week, Lee. There you go. Hey, he's going with stand on, guys. Y'all hear him? We'll have him fall in love with a stand on before you know it, Ernest. Oh, Chad.
Yeah.
All right, 13 people, guys. That's all we have on here. 13 people. 22 people in here, and some people are going to miss out on a hat. They probably didn't want one anyways. So they put their name in there. All right, let's see. She's bringing it over here. All I got to do is mash the button. Here we go. I'm going to mash the button, spin. What it pops on? What number? 12. Number 12. Who's number 12?
Brian.
Who?
Brian.
Brian. Brian is the winner. I got to send that thing to Australia.
Chad.
I got to send the hat to Australia. I wonder how much this is going to cost me.
$30-something. Tennessee.
Uh,
Above us.
this one's gonna cost me about 100 or something probably to send this hat, but I don't care. Hey, he's a fan and I love it. I sent a hat to Ben up in Tennessee and it cost $35 just to send the hat. So hey, it ain't nothing, guys. But I'm so glad Brian from Prime Cuts won it. I'll get your hat. I might have to pay a lot of tariffs and all that to get it sent to you, but we'll get it over there to you. He said that would cost that would cost a bomb. plate.
Tell me my Bruce been there somewhere.
Uh, he said that's going to be one expensive butt hat. What St. Lon said. So you know it ain't rigged. We're going to try to send it.
Oh no, it wasn't even drug this way. We get a drug there cheaper.
Yeah, Ben, that's how much it costs to send it to you. 3 hours away. I couldn't believe it, but hey, I want to give y'all something, so that was pretty cool. Appreciate you, tuning in, watching my video, giving me comments, and yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
And another thing, we're talking about employees that they work according to their ideas, but they also work according to habit. Uh, Habit becomes second nature to you. Sometimes we drive somewhere and we don't even know how we got there. We didn't analytically think about everything. So habits, if you have good habits, that's a plus. If
Yeah,
you have bad habits, that's always going to show up. So as you teach your employees, you mentor them, you help them develop good habits, and
yeah,
uh, and it's going to involve repetition to help them get there. But again, when you formulate a team, you're going to have leverage like you can't believe, and it's just going to take off.
yeah. Somebody asked, Ernest, are you a Echo or a Steel guy?
I like Echo because I can get the parts easy and I can maintain them. My steel dealer, he's in Helotes. He's kind of not too far from here, but I have to drive all the way over there to get any parts. So I prefer Echo, and I can get it online also.
Somebody said feed speed head, or do you like the original head that comes on the weed eater?
I use the speed feed. It is harder to load, I think, and you gotta really examine how to load it because your string is kind of, if you can't get the bow on it to start that in there into the hole, it'll be easier than trying to put it straight in. You need to find that bow a certain way it goes in.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Wayne. See you later, man. See you next Sunday. It's 7, same time. Appreciate you being
I
in
would,
here. Um, Randall said he sold a landscaping job last week, $14,000. That's awesome, Randall. That is very awesome.
yeah, those big jobs where they can get you. I wonder if Randall, is he using the AI also like some of you other guys that are doing? Has he advanced to that?
There's the ankle biter again. Aren't you going to have to get you a fly swap or something? Just he starts coming after you.
So what did Randall say on that?
He said no AI for him. He didn't use
Okay,
AI.
okay,
Ben just stopped by
yeah.
here on his way down the chair.
Yeah, Ben said he's going to stop on his way down here and then go down there and work with Chad, and he's got to teach him about his potty mouth because Ben throws out a lot of words every now and then and stuff too. He can stop by and get this hat and send it down to on down to Australia for us.
Yeah, you gotta love Ben. He's Ben's got a lot of knowledge in many things,
Yeah,
and
he does.
we
Yeah.
it's just difficult in his circumstances. Trying to live a normal life.
See,
You would.
Ernest. Elite. Randall said that he don't use AI. He created AI. He's been doing lawn care for so long. He invented AI. So he's the Chuck Norris of the landscaping part of it. I thought he'd like that.
Uh, I saw a video today from
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I saw a video on lawn care that talked about his best tool, and it was the weed eater. Uh, and we shouldn't talk about people as tools, but the human body is a tool.
It
Your
is.
hands work. Your mouth is a tool, you could say. So to me, that's the most important tool. Now, going back to AI, if we could make a robot to do the work as your employee, that would be the perfect person, maybe. Uh, Somebody that didn't get tired, they didn't come to work with attitude, they're programmed to do just what they want. I mean, what you want. So
Boys.
that would be the perfect scenario. But
Yeah.
the personal intelligence from a real human can really go further than that. Now, yeah, we come with our problems to work and so on and issues, but the human to me is always going to be better, and because it could adjust at the situation.
Yeah.
And back where I work, we did a lot of scientific stuff like automated cars way before they even came out and things like that. But again, it can only do as it's programmed to do. Can't do beyond that.
Yeah. I get it. They said Randall landscaped the Garden of Eden. That's how long he's been doing it. And talking about mulch, he created mulch. He chipped with a chipper and everything, a chisel, and made mulch. That's why he's the mulch king.
Now I think Randall uses uh, three shredded type mulch, and if I'm saying that right,
Yeah,
and man, it looks good because
man.
you
His
can blow it off. It's not going to
yeah,
spread
his
out.
you can round it. It just rounds up so much better, and it just looks so much tighter. Yeah, his mulch does look really good.
Now I will say with Chad's straw, I that's not familiar here in San Antonio at all, and I do like the look of it, especially
Yeah.
when he does that fluffing of it. It really
Yeah.
looks good.
Oh yeah, yeah. Looks really good. There's a lot of people that does pine straw around us and mulch, but I don't really do a whole lot of pine straw. But I do a lot of see, me, I'm getting tired. I do a lot of mulch, brown mulch. That's what I like the best. I hate black mulch. Shows everything. So Ben said he heard a rumor that Randall lays red mulch. Oh man.
Now he said brown does brown mulch.
Uh-oh. See. Straw looks good when fresh. What looks better, Lee? I like mulch. I kind of like mulch better than pine straw, but even here at my place, we'll do mulch around the house, the edges of the house on the other side of the sidewalk, and then my wife likes to put pine straw around the trees, like a ring around all the trees, and it looks really good. We hadn't done it yet this year. She's been on me about it. Hey, we gotta get pine straw for the yard, our house, and I'm like, yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, but I got to get it for her because she's been telling me that we need to do it.
So I actually used red mulch in my yard last year
Okay.
to kind of take out some of the grass area, and I liked it, and I spread it the way Doc had done it with two hands. To me, that was the easiest way to spread it. So, so
I like
I mean,
bag
I do.
mulch. I like bag
Yeah, that's what.
mulch than I do when you shovel it off onto a wheelbarrow, taking it over there, dumping it out. To me, it just there's so much more of a process to do it. And come to find out, I've priced it at my yard for mulch from bags. And when Home Depot's has that sale going on for $2 a bag, I can't get it cheaper at the yard, and I'm working it more than the bags. You know.
Right. It's cleaner too, and if you don't use all of it, you still have it bagged.
Yeah, I got it bagged up and I can just put it on a pallet and it's good to go, you know. I ain't got to find a spot for it in the yard or something, you know.
Older folks are switching to pig gravel.
Do what?
The older folks next to me are switching to pig gravel.
Mm,
Less maintenance.
that is true.
Yeah.
Any questions there?
Yes, bag mulch is easier to me because my supplier won't sell partial yards of mulch. Yeah. Bag mulch at Lowe's is $2 a bag right now. Exactly. You can do the 5 for 10 at Home Depot or Lowe's, and it's just right now is when you need to be trying to buy it in bulk, and then sell it to your customers or whatever. If you can, you make a little bit off of that too because that deal comes and goes pretty fast. And if they're wanting it done. Sometimes them bags are $4 a bag. Right now, you can get them for $2 a bag, and that's really good. So we stock up when that comes in. I'll buy 4 or 5 pallets, put them on my property, and then when people want it throughout the year, I can give that higher rate. And there I am. I'm making money off of the product too, from what I already charge. We did a nice trim and mulch job Friday and Saturday, 3,600. That was after our 3 days of mowing. I'm exhausted, boys. Woo! I bet you are, man. Woo! The mulch madness is started, and I'm sure he is getting it, getting it. Oh, Randall. Him and his boys, man, they work hard. That's why I know there ain't a lot of time in the day to do the videos and all that, Randall, but man, I sure do miss seeing your videos on YouTube. No doubt. And the pretty areas that you have that you go walk with your dog, you know?
I wanted to say something about like let's see. Uh, we talked about FICA taxes that you've been paying on, and this is going to lead to your Social Security and Medicare. But you have to work for 40 quarters, which is 10 years of paying into it. Then you qualify to receive that benefit. But what's going to happen is when you retire, the Social Security is going to take your best 35 years of working, and they're going to calculate your check according to that. And if you don't have 35 years of working, they're going to put zeros in there, and they're going to calculate those zeros into your monthly check. And also for your spouses, same thing applies to them. They can get Social Security if they work those 40 quarters or 10 years. And but the thing about it is when whoever makes the most, whether the wife or uh, the husband, whoever makes the highest, the other can claim up to half of what they make. For instance, let's say you bring a $2,000 check Social Security, but your wife brings 700. When she claims under you, she can get half of what you get. She can get up to $1,000, so it'd be bumped up. Uh, but they won't do that unless you let them know that you apply for it. The thing about Social Security is that you have to do the work. They're just there to do what you say you want. They're not going to tell you everything like an advisor. So that's something you got to do. Portia,
Yeah.
Portia. So those are things to consider as you're heading towards retirement. Also, when you apply for Medicare, that's a benefit again that you've been paying through taxes, but you'll either go traditional type Medicare or you'll go what they call a Advantage plan. Now, the thing is, they don't tell you is that if you choose an Advantage plan, the government no longer manages your health care. They're giving it over to insurance companies. And then when the insurance company has you, you have to follow their rules. And
Mhm.
they could deny you, uh, services and so on. You have to play under their rules of their network. But if you stay with traditional Medicare under the government and buy a supplemental plan, you can go see anybody, and you're going to get better uh, medical coverage that way. So always plan out in your retirement, you will be paying into medical insurance. That's got to be part of your plan. But you're going to need it when you're older.
Yeah, I get it. That's what won my wife over to me there, Ben. She likes the blue eyes. Lee Vapes has his eyes changing. Words of wisdoms right there. Yeah, you can't. Hey, tonight has been a great live, man. I can't stress about it enough that we need people like this in my channel, in our community, giving us the comments that he gives us. He's telling us, guys, that we need to think, we need to set back aside, put money somewhere, because like the man's telling us, there's no retirement. We got to make our own retirement, and we need to do the things that he's telling us to do. I mean, he's living it. He's living it right now. So, you know, people up in Kentucky want to think they know everything or whatever, but learning from the older generation is how it brings us up. And it's just like how you learn in the lawn business, like he was saying on cutting grass and stuff, watching other people on YouTube got him better and better. Watching people and listening to people like Ernest is going to make us one step easier in our life, of a fact of cutting grass or learning to save money for retirement and all that. So when we reach an age that he's at right now, life is gonna be so much easier because we took the steps to do that when somebody's telling us to right now.
You know, in YouTube channels, they talk about retirement. You need all these millions of dollars to retire. You don't. What you need is to qualify yourself. You need to pay off your debts before you retire. Kind of like being a teenager. When you were a teenager, you didn't have debts. Then you are in your working years, buying your home, whatever assets. And then when you retire, you want to be out of debt like a teenager. So that's the first qualifier is to get out of debt. And and by the way, if you look in America today, it averages about 1,000 people become millionaires every year in America. And you kind of wonder, well, how is that happening? It's because they invested early through their employer plans and the retirement plans. And you can get that now individually without being in a company. You can buy a retirement plan. And over the decades, you can retire as a millionaire. I'll give you an example. I only, my company put 9% of my pay into retirement. I only put 3%. I could have put 9%,
You could
but
have
I wasn't
matched them.
smart enough. Yeah, I could have matched them. Well, when I retired with 470,000. But had I matched them, I would have easily been a millionaire. Uh, but nobody told me that, you know.
Yeah.
So uh, that's something you could take a lesson from me. If you can
Exactly.
invest and spend early on, and the thing is, when I receive my retirement or pension checks, the money that's still in there is creating interest every year. It's still working for you while you're sleeping,
Yeah.
and th- that's where you want to get from working your job to where your investments make money for you while you're sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're exactly right, man. We need people like you said, you didn't have anybody telling you all that, or you would have probably matched it to 9%, what 9% they were matching or whatever. But if you don't have nobody, you're hearing it from or teaching you, you never know. You're thinking, oh well, 3%, they're already doing 9. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good when it comes time to or whatever. But if you had invested with them in that, like you're saying, you'd been great. And hey, well, that's something we got to learn too, or whatever. Me and my wife or whatever. We invest in a little bit of stuff, but we need to like hearing this and through this live and all that. We need to really step up and start going towards our retirement and everything. Because I've always told everybody the little joke like, I'm just going to have guys running my business. That's going to be my retirement plan or whatever. And it could be, but it can't be forever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though I got crews out
Right.
there going and doing it and everything, I still need to be involved in everything with it and everything. So, investing, at a right now, I'm start probably a little late, but I think I'll be all right if I start really tackling it or whatever. Like my house is going to be paid off in 9 years, so that's a big step. We're looking into buying a storage facility, to rent out every month or Airbnbs, or something to buy and use that, towards investment and everything as well too.
Right.
Let's see. One of the best investments is in yourself. Take care of your body. Learn all you can. That's what being said.
Yeah. You can do as much as you can, but I like Chad's poster he had the other day. We can all have a plan until you get hit in the face.
Yeah, we can always have a
and
plan until we get hit in the face.
and
Yeah.
with my cancer diagnosis, yeah, I got hit in the face. So
Wow.
you just have to adjust from it. You know.
Randall, we'll see you later, buddy. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Bye, Randall.
Lee wants to be the Alabama Spencer lawn care. Nah, nah, I don't. I'm not trying to take any. I mean, I'm nowhere near him, anyways. But taking deals from all that and whatever, you see what it does to a channel and all that. I just want to do my own thing, do my own business, and create my own content and be happy with stuff like that.
There's this lawn care YouTuber. His name's Craig or Greg, and he's from Missouri, and his channel is "Don't Be Scared." But he came up with health issues, and he was supporting two daughters, and he's getting to the point that it seems like he can't do lawn care anymore. And he's still young. I would say he's in his 40s, maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe early 50s. but man, he would really do yards awesome. And he learned from his dad. His dad was in lawn care, and he took it up behind him.
Mm.
You just never know what's going to happen to you. So uh, enjoy what you're doing now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Uh, I'm trying to read some of these
I
comments
think
or whatever, but people are, they're asking about crypto, and one saying he don't do crypto, don't know too much about it. I guess that's Chad. Being said, debt is dumb, cash is king. Yeah, you don't want debt, especially if you're going to try to retire. Make sure you got all your stuff paid off and everything. Ernest, tell us what channel outside of lawn care you watch.
um, there's one called Boondocking with Dennis. He lives in his car. He's homeless, and he also has congestive heart failure. So he wound up in San Antonio in the hospital here. So I was able to help him with his needs. So I'd go to the hospital, visit him, take him whatever he needed. He did spend a couple of months here at a facility here, and I would do the same there. Then I took him back to Rockport, Texas, which is 150 miles from here. Uh, so I got involved with him. There's a Coyote Exile, his channel, and he's in California, and he's living in his car too, and he's struggling with depression. So I try to, I have to be very careful how I speak to him being depressed like he is, and because he wanted to kill himself too. So so I try to support these individuals in some type of positive way, giving them different ideas to look at, uh, and things like that. Then I like to look at homestead type videos, retirement videos, just different kind of videos like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, maybe we'll have Brian on here one day, Chad. But I know right now he said it's Monday and it's probably midday for him. He's probably out working on the time that we do the live. We might have to do it on his lunch break or something. That might have to be a pretty quick one because he's ready to get after it and work his butt off. He's got to make that money. But guys, I want to put a little part in here too. Um, talking about debt free and all that. I and my wife commented just a second ago on there. My motto's always been, that if I can't afford it, I don't need it. If I can't pay with it with cash or whatever, I don't need to have it. Being said, that is, I've never owned a credit card. I've never had a credit card in my life. My wife's had a couple credit cards before we got married. We got all them paid off. We ain't had no more credit cards since. Now, I bought my wife a new car and all that, but she had previous credit. That's why she was able to do that. And she signed with me. But what they tell me is I got great credit. I just don't have established credit. Like I don't have no current credit going or anything like that. So it's like they want you to be in debt to try to get something, or to see that you're paying off what you're borrowing, that you can do it, that you can pay the bill or whatever. But I've never really, and I've made it just fine in life, never owning a credit card. But I go out there and work, make the money and everything, and then I buy it. If I need it and I gotta have it, I buy it. With the money that I have. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've made it 40 years so far. So,
Yeah, I think it's the best to stay out of credit. But the thing about it is, they want you to play their game. They're going to give you a good score as long as you're in debt. And as soon as you pay off debts, then they lower your score. And so it's their way of uh, making money using you, because it's going to also raise your insurance rates and all that, because your score is not what they want it to be. And this reminds me, and I was talking to you earlier about In the 1900s to the 1960s, companies were employee oriented. They cared about the employees, and it was employee centered. But in the 1970s, there was a man that changed the idea of that. Remember, I said we run our life according to ideas? So the idea that the shareholder was now the most important person. And so CEOs would bring up their profits to please the shareholders. And they would make their bonuses of how well they make these profits. So they started to downsize and cut out employees, and it was no longer centered on employees. There's no longer long-term work for an employee in the company, and all because of the greed of the shareholders. And that's the kind of system we live in today. Now, again, if you're an investor and you're paying into this, well, it's good for you. But for the employee today, it's hard for them to win in life today. They might have to work multiple jobs uh, just to get by. And that reminds me, you know, wh- if an employee needs to win, if you don't give them a way to win, they're going to go somewhere else. Because what happens is that they get some skill with you, and then they take their skill and they go to another company that are going to pay them higher, because that's how they're going to get their raise. And then they'll work there, and then they'll go somewhere else. They'll continue marketing themselves with their skills to get higher pay. Now, actually, lawn care companies do that too. They go from the low end customer, and they start selling their skills to the higher end customers to get more pay.
Hmm.
So somewhere the business and the individual worker has to win some way, and they got to do whatever they're gonna do to make that happen.
Yeah. Chad was asking too, do you know SBA loans? Do you know anything about them?
No,
Okay. That's what he was asking a question, if you knew anything about them.
yeah, I'm not good in investing at all. I didn't study that subject. My company did the investing for me into
Okay.
the retirement plan, and I think mostly they were mutual funds type
Yeah.
investing.
Yeah, it's Small Business Association loan is what a SBA loan is.
Okay.
But let's see. Anybody else got any questions? Ron says, my aim in retirement was not to have to rely on anyone or anything. Exactly. You shouldn't. Once you get to ready to retire, you should have everything paid off, all your bills in line, and don't rely on really the government or anything, But I mean, Social Security and all that, yes. But, have good bit put up for yourself, because who knows? Me, Chad, Tank, Ben, we might not ever see Social Security. We might not, but we're still helping out for the ones that are. But we need to really think of our own selves, have a nest egg saved for ourselves. And if Social Security's there when we get there, that's just another plus for us.
Yeah. That brings up another point. When I hit 62, I didn't have to claim Social Security. I could have waited till I was 70. By the time you're 70, you have to claim it. But when you study it, the average American man lives to 78 years old. And the average American at age 66 has a health issue that changes their life. For me, it happened at 65, not 66. Uh, but what happens is if you don't take your check at 62, you kind of just gave them away. because it would take you, let's say I went to my full retirement age of 67, I would have to live to age 78 or 80 to break
Wow.
even of the 5 years of checks I let go. And
Wow.
so many people don't realize that. So they're just told, well, 62, you're taking less money, 30% less. That's true.
Yeah.
But to break even, you're gonna have to live to 70 or 80 to for not taking those checks. So that's one thing you need to know. So if I was to do it over again, I would have retired at 60. And because at 59 and a half, you can start taking your pension with no penalty. I would have retired at 60 and started my retirement there. Uh, I will tell you the definition that I came through of retirement in my life. I defined it this way: retirement is freedom from the earning system along with its structured schedules. It is also the freedom of time along with its unstructured schedules. So, what that means is that now in retirement, you have free time and you no longer are following schedules. In fact, you won't even use an alarm clock unless you had to.
Yeah.
You won't know what day of the week it is.
Pretty nice.
So, all, yeah, me and my wife, one of the things we try to say, what day is it today?
What? What day? It's Lee's live. Today's Sunday. Oh, it already came up on us so fast. Sleeping in, ain't you,
And
Ernest?
speaking,
Staying up all night sleeping in, huh?
yeah, of that, Ray Ray, he needs 8 days a week because working 7 days is not enough for him. We need to name another name like Pre Sunday or something, so he have an extra day to work.
I want to touch on something. Tamp's Lawn Maintenance brought in, a IRA. Roth IRA is a good account to put money in. Now, I want everybody that might know him go to Florida Pro, Turf Pros channel and look at the video he did a couple days ago. That was a really good video. I don't know if you saw it, Ernest, where he was talking about investment and what accounts you can invest in to help you out right now. So, if you could go and check out that channel, he gave a lot of great points. Now I don't really, you know, tell y'all to go to a certain channel or anything like that. That's up to y'all. But I saw that, and I think Ray mentioned it on his channel too. But the guy's pretty smart, man. Now he does try to sell a version of how to learn how to cut grass and all that. I don't agree with any of that kind of stuff, but he did have some good pointers in that video and everything. Nowadays, we don't have to buy hey, you come to my channel and buy this subscription and I'll teach you how to run the business and all that. There's so many YouTube channels out there nowadays, guys. You can watch so many channels and learn so much from it for free. You don't have to pay for it. So just wanted to throw that in there too. So
Yeah, so what I do with YouTube channels, I've taken the information and not everything is said specifically how to do things. Like, say, for instance, if you look at a automotive video to fix your car, well, sometimes they leave out steps. So you got to look at multiple videos and then come up with everything that will apply in your situation and use it. So I never just go by one video
mhm.
uh, and take it as the absolute truth.
Yeah,
I examine so many before I decide which way I'm going to do something.
yeah. To find the real ones out there. I get what you're saying because people are just trying to buy, subscribers or they're trying to buy views or they're trying to sell they're. And here's another thing, and I don't want to get on people too hard or whatever. But this is my live, and I want to say what's on my mind sometimes, and I don't really want to do it too much on like a channel or something, but the off the path with Kevin. He said in his last video, that hey, what can Skag do to get me a mower, so he's trying, his best to be a sponsorship with Skag and trying to get them to get him a brand new mower and all that. It's good if you can, but I'm not trying to do that kind of stuff or whatever. If I've always told everybody if my channel got really big or whatever, I would love to give away mowers, or trailers or something like that. If my channel got big, I'm a giving person. I don't really too care too much. My business makes money. YouTube is just a way to express, what I do in life and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, definitely wanted to throw that in there.
Having a YouTube channel and being monetized over the years, because like the homeless guys I talk about, one of them took him years before he became monetized. The other one, he became monetized like less than 6 months. And
Okay.
but they do need the extra income,
Yeah,
and
hell.
so you can consider that part of your retirement income
Yeah.
if
Oh yeah.
you live that long, and it's
Look,
just another way to.
yeah, I got a message from
So
today from a video I did 9 months ago. Somebody asking me, I had to go back and remember what that video was even about and see what he was talking about in it and then answer his question or whatever. Because I did that video 9 months ago and he commented on that video. So, I mean, it will drive revenue, like you're saying. And that's for people that really needs it. I get what you're saying, Ernest, but this guy, $100,000 truck, $20,000 trailer, he's probably got 15 or $20,000 equipment inside of his trailer. And yeah, he got a bad mower and everything, and now he wants to get a backup mower. Well, he's trying to use his YouTube page to push to say, "Oh, Skag, can they give me something? Can they do this for me? Can they generate me another mower or whatever?" Knowing that, if he's got all that, he could probably go purchase a mower. And I mean, I've never even saw him cut much grass. He's always talking about his trailer and sharpening a lawnmower blade or something like that. So I mean, I follow him and watch him, but I don't watch him as much because he's not really showing me anything that could teach me. You know what I'm saying?
right, Chad, he's got to go. So we'll see you, Chad. Get some sleep.
Oh, Chad's going. Wow, finally getting Chad out here. It's getting on up there, Ernest. How you feeling? Are you feeling pretty good still?
I'm fine. It's like I said, I'm retired. It's up to you.
You
You don't
know,
have
you
to
know,
drag
you
me.
know, I'm partially retired. That's what you're trying to say too. I send my guys out to work, so I'm 40, partially retired. So I should stay out all night. Jay Myers is loving this. He's thinking we're going 4 hours tonight.
Boy, that I like what you're doing in your time that you're not working physically, of trying to promote work and getting other stuff done.
Yeah,
What's really important with employees too is the flow of work.
yeah.
Uh, if the flow of work is interrupted
You, Chad.
because they don't have what they need, or you don't have gas, you don't have supplies and all. If it gets stopped, their flow of work, that pretty much kills everything.
Yeah.
So even though I know your guys fill up the gas and the vehicles and all that, uh, but there's probably other things you got to keep up with to make sure that the flow of work doesn't get interrupted.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
I
that's
I filled the mowers up today and the truck for them up today and everything. But like you said, I constantly got to make sure the schedule's tight for them, their work, and we're picking up a couple landscaping jobs, once a week or once every other week. Because, like you said, my guys, they want to work 12 days, 7 days a week if they can, and it's hard for me to find that much work for them, So I'm constantly out there. My job nowadays is to manage, but to be, like you said, all the different types of hats. I got to, be the salesman. I got to be the marketer. I got to be the, whatever, the maintenance guy. I have to run and get parts and everything. So it's always something to do other than just sitting on my tail, not doing nothing.
right. One thing about your guys in your area, I mean, it's kind of exciting the view that they have near the lakes and all that with the property. So
Yeah.
it kind of makes it enjoyable.
Yeah. 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 And Roberto has on his TikTok. I need to get y'all's his TikTok handle so y'all can check him out because he has posted a pretty good bit of my properties showing the lake and all that, and it's kind of cool, that he's out there and he's feeling pretty good about it too. That he's posting areas and showing his work and all that in the business. Kind of cool. Yeah, he
Right.
has a couple times. Jeff, we got to stay busy. You're exactly right.
I would say productive because our work would say that, and there could be guys busy doing nothing. And
Yeah.
you know, of the people that I noticed that never wanted to work, they would spend so much time and effort to get out of work that they just did the work. You know,
Yeah, if they just did the work, they'd have been done. They wanted to spend so much time. You're exactly right on fighting and figuring out a way to get out of work. That they
yeah.
just, I don't know.
So I never bought into that idea of being busy. Uh, you have to be productive, and
Yeah,
and the two tools for that is to be efficient and effective. You've seen some of Ray's. He's always into efficiency, but
yeah,
then sometimes he uses equipment all that. Well, that destroyed his efficiency. And
yeah.
but
We're only
but
human.
can he
We messed
still
up.
but can he still be effective?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
sometimes it may take him longer in the day to get stuff done, but if he was effective in finishing that plan,
yeah,
then he at least got that part correct, or the vice
yeah,
versa could work. Efficient
yeah.
but not effective.
You a big coffee drinker?
No, I drink maybe one or two cups and that's it.
I drink 1 cup a day. I'm the same way. So
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know if you're retired now. You sit around and most of the day, throughout the day. My grandpa, he would drink coffee all day long, from daylight to dark. He was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
He loved it.
That's my mother. One thing in retirement, it took me a while to feel not guilty working.
Oh yeah,
And so finally hit me is that retirement isn't a born right. It's earned privilege. And I came to realize that I earned this privilege to do nothing if I want to. So
yeah,
I lost that guiltiness from then on. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
so retirement is a beautiful place to be.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I get like that sometimes in the wintertime, Ernest. I get guilty because even though I'm bringing in revenue because of my commercial accounts or whatever, but my wife will tell you I'm twiddling my thumbs. I'm like trying to. She's like, just chill out. I'm like, I gotta do something. I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm supposed to be working. So I get it where it'd take a long time to get where you don't feel like that. Because I'm starting to feel like that now. I can sit on this couch right here throughout the day, knowing my guys are going to work and getting stuff done, and not feeling so bad anymore. I still do though, because I know they're working
Yeah.
hard.
So you still got to work on those relationships with them, even though you're not in the field with them. Uh, Same thing with Chad. He has two guys working on one truck, but there's going to be times that he needs to switch them and let them work with him, so he can build that relationship with uh, the individuals. Uh, because again, that is a must that you have relationships just like you do with your customers.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jess is out shopping at Walmart, but still watching the live with us. He
He's
And then my wife's
multitasking.
like, "Oh crap! I'm supposed to be doing a grocery pickup for the kids' lunch, school lunch." So he reminded my wife, and she's over there panicking, like, "Well, they probably ain't getting no school lunch tomorrow."
Uh,
He was Tank. Yes, I smoked the vape, man. I can't help it. Smoked cigarettes a long time ago, and then stopped smoking cigarettes. Started vaping like an idiot. Smoked a little bit again, then started vaping. But I used to not too long ago, probably a year or two ago. Every time we go to the casino, I like to have a cigarette, smoke a cigarette when I'm at the casino or whatever. But I don't know. Now I just vape every time, even when we go there or whatever. I don't smoke cigarettes at all anymore. But bad habit. Don't learn from me. Did you ever smoke or do any tobacco or anything like that, Ernest?
I tried it, but since I was an athlete, I didn't like it, and
Yeah.
so I thought it was nonsense to me, and so I didn't. I do have alcohol once in a while, and so I do enjoy that. I don't like wine. I'm more of a IPA beer drinker.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
and so, yeah,
He said we're talking about smoking. No, I don't smoke the marijuana or anything. Now my eyes do kind of get a little saggy or whatever, but I promise you it ain't from smoking weed or anything. So no, I don't smoke the green leafy stuff at all. So no, that's never been my thing. It's always made me feel really crazy and bad and all that. Never really got into it. Oh, oh yeah.
Who was the guy?
Oh, I don't know if they
you
ever.
know,
I
Chad was
don't think
wondering.
they ever took up with him.
No, Chad was wondering if he should report those two guys
Yeah,
smoking pot.
yeah,
And if they were working for the city or the state in which you pay taxes, I would definitely report them.
yeah.
But if they're in somebody's different
Yeah, lawn
work,
business. What it looked
that,
like, it was just a lawn, another lawn business.
yeah, yeah, that's up to the lawn care business owner to keep a watch on his guys. I mean, how can you not recognize your truck smells
Yeah,
like pot
yeah. It's gonna
sometimes?
be. It stays in the truck for a long period of time. I mean, several days. You can open the door and smell it. And somebody commented in there too, Ernest, that heck, the owner probably smokes weed. I mean, who knows nowadays? You know?
You're right. You know, we used to have to go through drug testing, and I would have never believed the people that got caught with drugs in our employment. I never would have realized that, and they lose their jobs over it.
Yeah.
There was one guy who was a doctor, a PhD. He
Oh
was a
wow.
engineer, and he lost his job. And it just takes that one bad association that you party with in the weekend or something, and then you happen to be drug test on a Monday, and that could wipe out your whole career.
Yeah. Ben said he would mind his own business. I don't need bad karma coming my way. I stay out of other people's stuff. You know. He's Brian said when they're hovering 2 feet above the ground, you know what's going on. You probably got an idea. Yeah, my wife's family's always made fun of my squinty eyes or whatever. Probably got a little, I like them Chinese equipment. I probably got a little Chinese in me, you know.
So one thing I study the Bible and so on, but one thing that management books are not going to tell you about people is what the Bible tells you about. And for instance, in Second Corinthians chapter 3, verses 1 through 5, it illustrates the behavior of man. And it talks about that they would be lovers of monies, haughty, self-assuming, disobedient to parents, unthankful, disloyal. And it goes on with all these negative traits. Well, those negative traits are being molded from the world. And and some of your employees could have that. And if you look at those traits, you'll see that maybe some of your employees have it, maybe even you yourself have it. And then you have to realize, okay, this is what I'm working with. How can I improve that?
Yeah.
You can improve yourself, but uh, your employees are they're going to be beneficial for you because as you have employees, you can observe them and
Hmm.
watch their habits. What their habits is going to show you is what they are in the inside and those deep ideas that they have. And then you could distinguish if that employee can be a long-term employee for you or short-term. You can kind of see it happening or coming about.
Lee huffing brake cleaner in the shop. No, but I do agree with you on that, Ernest, or whatever. So yeah, well, we started going back to church probably 5 months ago, and it's been a great thing for us, huh? Probably what 6 or 7 months. Probably a year. My bad. Probably a year we've been going back to church and everything, and it's been great. So, yeah, we've very much enjoyed our church and everything that we've been going to. So, and I think it's good to have that in life and with your kids and all that. Now, my kids have always went to a private Christian school, so they got like chapel every Wednesday, and then they got a class in Bible that they have to learn, the Bible and everything. And actually, my middle child is wanting to be a preacher. That's what he's wanting to do, or go do ministry work. So, very, very
Okay.
proud of him for that and everything.
Yeah, you said that before. You got it.
What do you say?
They say the kids say the darndest things, right?
That don't work. You're not gonna work. You're very smart. Because the middle one ain't gonna work. He needs to be very smart.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. He does really good in school.
So you don't work.
Oh, my wife said he needs to be very, very smart because he don't work too good. My middle child don't have the best work ethic. Now my youngest, he's a go getter, man. He is a hard worker, always down at the shop with me and all that. But my middle one, nah, it's cup of tea.
One thing I would tell you about children is that, we always tend to think of the children first. And, like, say, for instance, when we moved into this house we're at, uh, it was the county, it wasn't the city. So we wanted to live in the country, but we decided to live in the county for the kids to go to city schools that were around us. We didn't know that this area, all the way to the county line, became the city. And then the kids move out when they get big. And so then what do you have? You're living somewhere that you didn't want to live. Actually, we wanted to live way out in the country. So you kind of have to think long term when you do anything. And you got to realize that your kids are going to grow up and they're going to leave the nest. And then
Yeah,
it's just going to be you and your wife.
yeah,
And you and your wife are going to be like a single couple again. And
Can't wait.
We can't wait, Ernest. That's what she said. Now we don't want to rush our kids out, and all that. Really? Do we?
We did go 17 years with no vacation without them.
Do what?
yeah.
17 years without a vacation without them.
Yeah, we did go 17 years with a without a vacation without them, and then we never went on a honeymoon. We got married. We got married at the courthouse, guys. 21 years old, and this is our 20-year anniversary in November. And hey, it's been great. I tell everybody, best $63 I ever spent.
Hey, we got married at the courthouse too, but what
Hey,
happened was that it was a holiday, it was Cinco de Mayo, and so when we went to the courthouse, it was closed, but there was my day off because my days off rotated all the time. And but they told us, hey, you can go across the street in the basement, and there's a judge down there, and he'll get you married. And so that's what we did. We started at the bottom of the barrel at the basement when we got married. But we've been married 39 years this May 5th coming up.
39 years. I love it.
It seems like the people that married at
A courthouse.
have a lot very successful marriage.
Yeah, it seems like the marriage rate is a lot better if you get married at the courthouse than having a big extravagant wedding and all that. We see it from all the time. We see it from people all the time. A lot of our friends, we went to their weddings and everything, and guess what? They're divorced now. Like they only made it a couple years. And everybody's always asking, "How do y'all make it?" or whatever. I don't. We just it just I mean, uh, yeah, we fight. We don't fight much, but we talk it out. I couldn't tell you the reason she has stuck with me for 20 years, but she has.
You charm. You
My
got the
charm.
charm.
It's these blue eyes
Yeah.
that Ben was talking about. It's these blue eyes. I just have to stare at her. No, she's ready to come in here and slap me.
Yeah.
Somebody said it looked like I wasn't wearing pants when I moved or whatever. Are you wearing? No, I got pants on. This ain't like live streaming and I'm in my underwear sitting here talking to y'all. I got pants on, guys. Come on, we're professionals out here. This is a professional live stream. YouTube. The kid, Jay Meyer said, the courthouse. You get to know the judge.
You don't want to get to know him too much.
That's what I did. It was $63, but I slid him 100 and I said, "Hey, if we have to come back here in 3 years, you're on my side, dog." No, I'm just joking. I hear you, Ben. That's awesome. 25 years. That's great.
Nice.
Uh, Tank, my wife and I got married in the something judge. I can't read that. I don't know what that says. Magistrate judge living room. Oh, okay. They got married in a living room for $20 22 years ago. Wow. He got me beat. I thought my 63 was going to hold up, Ernest.
Oh,
Oh, man.
now my wife is the better fisherman than me too.
Mine
So
too,
we
man. And the better hunter. She's killed more deers than I have, but I got one thing on her. I got a 10 point, and she's killed like 5 9 points. So I got her on that one. But she's killed a lot more deer than me.
yeah, I asked her a couple of years ago. I said, "What are you doing after every fish I catch?" So I said,
Oh, wow.
"I've been this."
Ben, at least he puts up with your potty mouth or whatever. Tank said that his marriage has lasted 22 years because he married his best friend. That's exactly right. My best friend is my wife. When you get older, your friends, they come and go, but your spouse is your best friend. So, no doubt. I agree. Jay Meyer said he went through two marriages, a total 16 years.
I actually been married twice too. I got married at 18, got divorced at 20 and a half. And so a lot of it had to do with my job working midnights. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't work the first time.
Yeah. My wife showed me a picture of a deer in our yard. It was a white, a half pile. I can't say it. A half spotted deer, which they call it a pie ball. And there I get it out. But it's got white all over it. You know, it's like the pigments of its skin is all discolored, you know, his hair. And she don't want me to kill it. It's a little bitty old buck right now. It's not big at all. You can barely see the spikes on it. So I'll let them grow a little bit. I don't kill little deer.
They're just now coming through. Yes, okay. Just go with me.
Read about the 5 year theory in regards to relationship. It's interesting. Been married a long time isn't easy. Oh, being married a long time isn't easy. Well, I think it gets
Yeah,
easier and easier, you know, the longer you're married and everything. I feel like. Do you, Ernest?
yeah, it does. It's what's difficult is the wife and the husband have to work now, um,
Yeah,
and that
that makes it
consumes a
hard.
lot of the energy. And for my wife, we decided that we weren't getting ahead with two jobs anyway. So when my daughter was in high school, we decided, hey, why don't you just stop working and retire way early? So she retired probably 20 years ago, and she's it's really been a blessing that way.
Yeah. It helps with a lot of the house stuff and all that, and you're you know managing the workload, and you both have your jobs to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like with me and my wife. We both have our jobs. You know, I'm out supporting the family as far as the working side, but she's out. You know, she's supporting the kids and the bills and making sure everything's good on that. So we both work. Good together.
Tell Jay to realize I'm not his second wife. So quit hating on me so bad.
Oh God.
I'm
What
not.
did
I'm not
you
his
say?
second wife. So quit hating on me all the time.
Jay, she said that she is not my second wife, so quit hating on her all the time. Yes, I've only been married one time and one time only. And I told my wife, if we ever divorce, I ain't getting remarried.
Jay hates on me for no reason at all.
And Jay hates on her for no reason at all. I don't know. I don't know what he's done to her, but he's
It's
got HR on his back.
his second wife that did it to him, not me.
Yeah, it's your second wife that did it to you, Jay. It wasn't my wife. Leave her alone.
I really appreciate this your story about Brittany when she was taking care of the lawn care business. That's
Yeah,
pretty amazing. Now, my
yeah,
wife, she loves to cut yards when we first got married. Uh, so it was a challenge for me to say, hey, I want to cut the lawn. Don't do it anymore. So finally, she gave up and allowed me to cut the lawn all the time. But she loved it. She loved to cut lawn.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, she loved it. She loved yard work and everything. Like I said, she had a garden too, like you're doing yours. She would feed 5 or 6 families out of our garden, and it got so much, man. She was taking it to the store, giving it to the people at the store, and they were selling it as produce. My wife didn't get no money out of that though, but they were happy for her to bring it there all the time. So she's a worker, man. She ran the whole business for a year. When I got to where I was working so much and couldn't get to it or whatever, couldn't find no help, she took it over and man, she's a trooper, dude. She works harder than most men out here. I promise you that. She'll work me out. I mean,
Yeah.
she's something else.
There's so much joy in giving, and it's nice to receive. That's joy too. But the Bible actually talks about there's more happiness in giving than receiving.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's a wonderful thing to do. When I used to cut yards when I was working my job, I would cut the neighbor's yard, free. I would cut the community around, just go do it.
yeah.
Um, I even would go to camping and take my own lawnmower and weed eater and cut the lawn at the camping area.
Yeah.
You know, I cut
Yeah.
yard.
That just shows what type of person you are and what type of people we have and what type of people we have in this live, I mean, in our community, of lawn care channels and stuff that, you know, we care about another, we give good advice all the time to one another. I had one hater on my channel the whole time I've been doing this, and he's only commented like maybe once or twice, I think. And I want him to stay in my channel because I wanted a hater because I don't have a hater, but I got such a great group of people, man, in my life now that I started YouTube. It's amazing, man, how touch you can be by all the people surrounded you that give you such a good advice. It just makes you feel really good, about life every day, knowing that, hey, I'll make this video and I'm pretty sure Ernest is going to put about a page and a half comment on there. And, Jay Meyer's going to comment, Ben's going to comment, Brian, everybody that's in this live right now, and the ones that ain't that were in here earlier, they're going to comment on my video, and that just shows so awesome. I'm so grateful, and appreciative.
Done the spring garden yet because we're at the ball field every single day. I ain't had time to do it yet, but
Yeah, we're not we hadn't done a spring garden this year or whatever because we're at the baseball field
every day.
every day on the weekends. Our kids play baseball right now, and this time of year right now, it's just real busy, So we ain't had time to get a garden set up and everything. So
Right, and that takes a lot of work, but you could do it in the fall or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm just so OCD. Like
she's
I know
a
when I started, like
yeah,
all my other like
she's super OCD, and if she starts a garden, my kids might not get fed at home. Ernest.
it's that OCD. I mean,
She'll say, "Wait till the vegetables come up, Mom. That might take like maybe 2 months." Well,
I don't like this thing of weight.
find it in the kitchen.
I don't like this thing of weight in it. I don't like nothing overripened. Like I am so picky about it.
Yeah, Ben, it has, man. And Ernest is so great in the comments, man. We're truly blessed to have somebody like him in our comments, giving us the advice, giving us the wisdom that he has. It's so great, And Brian, I'm sure you're the same way. You got a lot of people in your videos that give good comments, and yeah, love what you're doing over there, and you're in mine too. I have a hard time watching a whole lot of lawn channels here lately because it's growing. There's so many, and there's so many great group of guys. But I do try to hit a like button on a lot of y'all. I might not do a whole lot of commenting, but I will pop a like on y'all and everything, and then try to watch what I can of it and everything. But when it's just when you're doing YouTube and you're trying to, watch videos and all that, it gets kind of hard. So, and I'm trying to, if you saw lately, I do try to put one out about every day or every other day. So it does take a lot of time for editing. So,
Yeah.
Jay, I'm not gonna kill Lee while he's asleep with his eyes open. That's what I said. Okay.
Mama Tank said it's bedtime. Tank, Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you being in the live, and you have stuck out for a long time too. We are going on. We're almost 3 hours, man. We're 20 minutes away from 3 hours in this live. Jay is like jumping up and down. He can't stand it. He's probably doing jumping jacks. There's no telling what he's doing right now. He's so excited that we're carrying on this live as long as we possibly can.
Next week
So
it's me and Jay loud.
my wife said next weekend is her and Jay live, and she's been getting after him the whole time. Boy, that might be the biggest show yet.
Thank you, Mama Tank, for the nice comments. You know, in reality, I'm a very humble person, and humble means, in original sense, to lower your mind. So when I view people as superior to me. Uh, I'm really nothing. I'm the same as y'all. So it's just, for me, it's just probably because I live longer and I experience life a little more. But
Yeah,
and I have to say, I had some good mentors throughout my life. Very good. And I mentioned one of my shop teachers that told me before I started working for my big company. He says that I would have to uh, do enough work to earn my wage, but also my boss's wage. So setting the mindset like that of how I was going to have to produce, all those things played good factors in my life.
yeah. Ben, I think I might have your number. You might have put it in the email when we were doing the hat, getting your address and everything. If you put it in there, I'll try to put you in my contacts and give you a call or text sometimes. Yeah, most definitely, man.
I don't know if I ever mentioned about dogs. Like we have
Dogs.
dogs. Yeah. But you know,
No, I didn't
dogs
know.
are
I
very,
didn't hear them. I didn't know you had dogs.
Loud.
dogs are, dogs are very affectionate, like yours
Yeah,
at home there. And
yeah.
and the reason they are is because their mind doesn't get in the way.
That's a
We
lot
as
better than wives,
humans,
ain't it, Jay?
what'd you say?
You said, yeah, it's a lot better than wives, Jay, huh? Dogs. She's on him, dude. She's on him, Ernest.
He does it. He does it every single time.
So anyway, dogs live in the present moment and they don't judge your past or your future goals. And that's something that we ought to learn because when
Yeah.
they die, that's what you miss. You miss that relationship that lets you be who you are.
See
And
you later, Ben.
but bye, Ben. So us as humans, you know, our mind gets in the way, and so we need to lower, we need to lower our minds. So
Yeah. He said my eyes are looking a lot like Lee's. I drink coffee all day, laugh out loud. Mine are going so low, dude. There's still 12 people in here, y'all maniacs.
yeah, Jesse's dog loves unconditionally. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, they do, man. Dogs are your best friend. It don't matter how mean you are and how upset you are with them. They're coming back at you lovey dovey dovey. You know, I mean, you walk in the house, they're trying to knock you down because they're loving all over you so much.
Have you heard of that joke? The difference between a dog and a wife.
Here we
Have you heard
go. Here we go. Here we go. Go ahead, Ernest. Let's hear it. My wife said, go ahead, bring it up there, Ernest.
that? The difference is the dog is happy to see you every day.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Oh me.
oh boy.
Brittany Ben said, thank you for keeping the line stream in line.
I'm happy to see you every day.
She's happy to see me every day. She is. Every single day she's so happy.
That's
wagging
great.
her little tail. Lee, welcome home.
Uh,
Y'all wouldn't know what to do without me. I'm sorry.
He said, "Yeah, he's out at Walmart going to get him a can of Copenhagen right now. Jesse is." So
You're that.
Jay said he had nothing to do with that, Brittany.
I know. So
That was all Ernest.
I know. That's what
Oh,
happens.
that's 12
The
people.
next line.
Look, we've been on here so long, Ernest, that my lights are dying. They're dying. The batteries on them.
okay.
I still got 12 people in here, you psychos. It's all the
You know why?
retired people. It's all the people that are retired are on here so late.
But your eyes are getting more squinty and squinty.
I know they are. Yours are too.
You know why? They can multitask and do
Yeah.
multiple things at one time. But you know why? My wife gets after me because I only do one thing at one time. Yeah.
She's laughing. Oh man.
He's gonna have it out. Like it's just coming. It's coming.
Yeah, look, guys, we probably need to wrap her up. We've been on here,
Yeah.
I think, long enough and everything. Brian's leaving. Everybody has to go. A lot of us have to go to work tomorrow. Brian's actually working because it's Monday. He's actually working right now. So
Love you,
And
yeah, we're
Brian.
gonna send you the hat, Brian. We're gonna get it to you, man.
Brian, dare see you wear that hat every day.
Yay.
It's gonna cost him $100 to send it to you.
My wife says you better wear that hat every single day until it wears completely out because it's gonna cost us $100 to send it to you. All right, guys. Well, look, man, we appreciate it. Ernest, I appreciate you so much being on here. I'm going to have you back eventually. We're going to run through everybody and just keep doing this live every weekend that we possibly can. And I think it's going great. I think it's going good. Got a lot of great customers. Huh?
Who do you think you're going to have live next week?
I don't know yet. We're going to figure that one out throughout the weeks to who we're going to have on next week. I think you did mention Jay Myers being on here next week.
Oh, that was me.
Thank you, Jesse. We'll
Jay.
see you.
But we're gonna have some people on here and everything. I want to, get a hold of all my if they're wanting to, if they're willing to have my normal comment people that don't have a lawn channel to give their advice on what life is like, even not being where people can see it. So but yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you being on here so much, man. Definitely have you back. I think we went through a lot of great topics and everything, and I'll try to keep this on. I'll download it, and that way we'll have the live for everybody that wants to, you know, listen to it while they're on their mower or anything like that while they're working. So
Just kidding, Jay
All
Myers.
right.
I love you. All love, Jay Myers.
it's all love. My wife says she's it's all love, Jay Myers. You're good and everything. But guys, thank y'all so much. Ernest, thank you so much. And guys,
Thank you.
until next
Love you.
time, peace.